all have some friendly banter. While we definitely don't have any bias cast going on.
I'm just like only gonna be half paying attention to the game.
Same.
All right.
Ability arena.
Yeah.
Can I?
Climb to Archon.
Can my internet support 2 streams at once while also uploading to YouTube?
Oh,
Probably
dude,
not.
uploading to YouTube hogs bandwidth like a mother, but
Yeah.
I mean, I have fiber, but
Yeah, but that's probably for download.
I have a low-end fiber connection.
What's your upload speed?
I think it's like 100.
that's still really good.
Yeah, I think I'm 300, 100. I think is what my split is. From my professional analysis from last game, I expect them to ban out the Kunkka here. Tyrant kind of popped off a bit with it.
What position?
Mid.
Oh, so they move positions around.
Yeah, because I believe they have a Vitruvius is standing in.
Yeah, I saw that. They claimed you as a Smurf. We played against him last season.
Alrighty. Get rid of the Void Spirit instead.
Spells if I want to win. If I pick anything that's not meta, I fucking lose in ability arena.
I just need to navigate.
I was like pretty close to winning with the off meta build the other like a couple games ago. I went for Leech Seed and something else, and the Leech Seed healing was like insane because it's just it's permanent healing.
Yeah.
So go with, going for Overload, that fucking grief my game. That spell fucking blows.
I think Overload has potential if you only have like, if you like 2 or 3 like super low cooldown spells, like Sticky Napalm with like Will Spray and Goo maybe. Because they stack. It's not like it's if you cast 3 spells and attack someone, you get 3 Overload procs.
Oh, get me out! I didn't fucking get.
All right.
Tagging him.
Starting up strong with the likely infamous Phantom Jellybean Jakiro that he plays every now and then, I guess.
He plays only in officials.
Yeah.
Fucking owned though. Biggest ice pass you've ever seen. No bias at all. Mittens is burning through almost a minute and a half of the reserve time for their first pick of the draft. Coming out with the Wind Ranger. I do appreciate that the Mittenses are all 5 in the same guild, and then XO-B have 5 different guilds they're a part of.
Like it's a random order.
Does anyone know the story behind XOB? Like, I know Cheddar talked about it at one point in time, but is there ever like a real story, or is it just like?
He said it was a former StarCraft.
Yeah, like I got that. I think it was StarCraft. So he talked about maybe it was Warcraft, but I think it was StarCraft. But I don't remember what the other context behind it was, like what it means, if anything. And the Shadow Shaman. So, couple squishy heroes with a lot of disable.
Dude, my abilities are so trash.
Have you
Oh,
ever
I didn't
taken
update my.
Plot Blank?
Plot Blank? No, never. I've seen some people use it. I mean, it seems really good if you have like
Super.
No, not super. Just like if you have a Chrono or Black Hole or something, because it just puts you right into the back and gets everyone.
Night
I think it's
Stalker.
really good with Black Hole because Black Hole's like fucking weird, where it prioritizes the most amount of people it can. So sometimes you're just walking to the back and you'll die before you get it off.
I am a big fan of Night Stalker into Shadow Shaman.
I'm just like only gonna be half paying attention.
5 seconds.
All right.
Ability arena.
Can I? Can my internet support 2 streams at once while also uploading to YouTube?
It's turn to bat. Dyer's turn to bat.
And with like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I mean, I have fiber,
So
but
trash. I have nothing good.
Yeah, me too.
all right, my stream just came on, so it is working. I think I could probably balance the audio a little better, but it is what it is. This is a bootleg stream happening last minute.
5 seconds. It is Radiant's ban.
Been a pretty slow draft.
Nicknamed, or is his
Is what?
is Tom nicknamed or is
Yeah,
he
Tom's nickname
Tom
for
in
me,
the game?
so.
Oh.
10 seconds.
I changed his tag before I actually knew him consistently, but it was I had Tom and I had Tommy, and I had to figure out which one was which. So speaking of Tommy, hey Tommy, welcome to Twitch stream. Goodbye, Tommy. Come back, Tommy.
Dude, my no spell CK is better than your no spell Skyrad.
We're watching Tom play live on Twitch. He's also streaming it, but now we get professional cast, and by professional I mean whatever the hell I do with my horrible observing skills.
So
And me
you're
and Matt
saying
playing
is-
ability arena in the background.
Yeah.
Yup.
And then shouting slurs like always.
Yeah, naturally.
Of course.
What's a good cast without some slurs?
Exactly.
It's not racist. I don't want it.
Like he's a
Flip
great
it.
caster. He just needs more slurs. Then he'll
Yeah.
really make it.
You think Licky's looking for a co-caster? Because like, part of me does want to try my hand at it some, like legitimately.
Like permanently?
Well, not permanently, but like for like a game or like a series or two.
Well, I mean, I thought you were like asking about right now or
Oh no.
something because he's currently casting.
Yeah. No, I should probably arrange for like a week to actually like cast with someone who knows what they're doing, just to see if I actually can pretend I know what I'm doing too. Because I've cast some regionals and shit for Smash before, but
10 seconds.
I think we peaked almost 500 viewers at one point. So
5 seconds.
Who Tom end up getting as a stand-in?
Vitruvius.
Trivia.
Ah,
When they swapped roles around to accommodate.
I feel like XOB has a different like role combination almost every game.
Keeps their enemies on their toes.
That's true.
Huska.
They have the Mittenses have 4 seconds of reserve time left, and they have 2 picks and 2 bans left to do.
time to see a random.
So they need to be a little more assertive with their time. They do end up banning out the Kunkka in the second phase, though. So also, I don't know if I was just recency bias when I was watching Virtus Pro and Liquid, but is like Luna the shit all of a sudden, or is it just a couple teams valued her and it was just picked almost every game that I watched?
I mean, it lost.
It lost more games than it won, yeah, but people were still picking it. So I feel like Luna's like always.
Was the problem.
I always think Luna's at least like pickable. It feels like for the last couple years. It's just I don't know if she's actually good in meta or it was just like
I think
I just had
that
select
hero's
sample
just
size.
Like, do you hit a tempo? And if you don't, you're fucked. If you do, you're gonna have more items than everyone else and just win the game. Medusa.
I'm sure tag team with Focus Fire is funny.
That sounds kind of AIDS, not gonna lie.
What is with all of these fucking quill sprays? Why does everyone and their mother have quill spray?
Good skill. Early game.
Yeah, but it's cringe.
That's true.
I would never do a cringe skill build in that game. Never.
Never.
I definitely haven't. Tommy, you'd be proud of me. I went a completely different strat this time around. I went Sleight of Fist, Acorn Shot, Astral Spirit. And then I ended up picking up, I had Gaben Bash of the Deep. And with Gaben Acorn Shot. And so I would multicast Acorn Shot and everyone would just be stunned on my screen. It was great.
That is a little bit more interactive than Chakra Magic
Axes.
Axes. Cup.
I'm so sad I got second place in that fucking game that I went Fade Bolt Acorn Shot.
Oh, you steal the damage and then you dish out the damage? Nice.
Yeah. And I had Chakra too, and gave an Essence Flux, so I was able to cast 2 Fade Bolts before an Acorn Shot even came out.
That's pretty
It was
sick,
kind
actually.
Kind of
I was
nuts.
playing against like a really high ranked Immortal player too, so he adjusted by selling one of his high ranked spells to get a level 1 Blink Strike, and it literally just destroyed my entire
All you can say there is outplayed.
Yeah, exactly.
I almost had that game against you. If you didn't get that game in
close.
whatever field, magnetic field. Yeah, it turns out getting
I
2
can't
seconds.
pull a summon.
It turns out getting 2 seconds of damage immunity or delay versus double Acorn Shot, double Sleight of Fist, man.
Quite helpful, and the bubble was very large, so it covered most of my team too.
A drow range. This is an off. This is a mid drow.
Yeah, I guess.
It's either a mid drow, mid Wraith King, or midnight stalker, offlane Wraith King. I'm calling it.
I hope that's it, but I don't think.
I think it will be a mid drow, and I do not like
It's gonna
mid drow.
be a support Wraith Group.
Tyrant played mid last game. And Triangle usually plays carry, so yeah, it's a carry Wraith King. It's a mid drow, so you're not going to have anyone making map movements until Night Stalker probably does at like 8 minutes, halfway into the first night. But man, if it goes late, both teams are scaling. What, the only hero in this game that doesn't like the 2 worst scaling heroes are Tusk and Jakiro?
Known terribly scaling
Yeah.
heroes, those two. Literally do nothing ever, am I right?
I would hope we see a fairly early shard come out, just so that way you can deal with this Timber Saw on the Drow Ranger. I like rush it, but I've seen a lot of people like skip it completely. And what is it, 70% heal reduction you get when you stack it up? Pretty good. Alright, which team has the cooler courier set? That's the most important question. I'm going to say XOB does, because they have generally decent cosmetics. I think these gamers care. Let's see, we have a beetle. I like this dragon. A dog, an Ags, and a dog.
It just gave me
All
full
choices.
spin, so I feel obligated to get it now.
Yeah, that's.
And I
fine.
do
like
have
hot
9
dog.
points, so I think I'm gonna get it.
Oh, he is vibing. Look at this man go. We got a frog. Got another Ags. Got the panda, and we got the. And what? How did I get over here?
This team all bought the same voice line. That's
That voice line is a quality voice. When we scrimmed R&B with Fred's team, and they just played 10 of them in a row, I wanted to gouge my eyes out. I'm not gonna lie. Don't tell Pansy that though. So, are we smoking here, or are we just vibing? I think we're just vibing. Yeah, we're just vibing.
Hanging out.
Also, is this a Airy Wind Ranger with a mid? What is this game? I think it is. Well, this Tusk could ruin this. I don't think he will, though. I think he will... Oh, big shackle shot. But I think they're still dead. And Tusk is going to tragically die, give Vitruvius. That's always nice to have first blood on your Night Stalker. Also, with the team of SH asterisk T on Mr. Vitruvius. So we got... I feel like this Shaman has to be cautious as positioning against Wraith King Jakiro, but I don't think Timbersaw is going to be overly bothered. Will Tom put down the ward? Or is it going to matter? Also, I think Medusa and Dry Ranger is going to be one of the most snooze lane matchups I've ever watched, so...
I'm gonna get some water. I'll be back.
Well, it's a Night Stalker. It's a Night Stalker Wind Ranger lane. I think the only place things are going to consistently happen are on this Shadow Shaman, who appears to be having a bad time already.
This. He appears to be dead.
Yeah, that 285 move speed is coming back to bite. I feel like the slow from Wraith King stun is like, it's pretty subtle, but it still does contribute. Let me actually get some relevant stats up for us here. Medusa is kind of owning mid though at the moment. So 8-2 to the 3-1. Oh, that does sting. Getting the triple bounce.
Matt, your mic really quiet, by the way, on stream.
Yeah, my audio balance is not great right now, so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not
Just
up
wanted
to
to-
me.
And I'm too lazy
say
to,
that.
I mean, as
to really.
long as I sound good to you here, that's
Here,
all that matters to me.
I will bump my audio up a little bit now, but now if the game
Do
is
you
deafening,
want me to
it's your
send
fault.
you the thing I was supposed to send Jack for when he wants to fix his audio?
No,
No.
I'm not a professional
sure?
streamer like Jack_RZU.
Oh yes, my stream is always the highest quality.
I have streamed.
Sometimes I play a full game when it's just my face game in the corner, and that's it.
I miss those streams. You
Oh,
used
this
to do
is-
way more often.
This
Bring back the Jack streams.
This is the perks of having a melee pause 5. You can just stand there and tank. Oh, I think I say, okay, come on, Huey.
Alright, I just want to let you guys know. Alright,
Yeah.
see you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you, Ness. My man just sat back there and tanked, but we get this range creep pulled off the wave, so wave's still going to be in a pretty good spot for both teams. Medusa is having a grand old time mid, but as is the Wraith King. I think the Shadow Shaman is dead. It's not going to be a fast death. We have a few skeletons we could summon.
I'm gonna tank some.
We have no skeletons to summon, but it doesn't seem to matter. Oh, he uses the cell!
Ow. Tom,
Oh,
click
just
you
get it, get it.
motherfucker. Okay.
Tom wanted to give it over, but there's a time when
what a
it's.
good-
Yeah, he had boots. The Wraith King has boots, and our poor Shadow Shaman does not. That is a pretty, what is it, 360 to 285 movement speed advantage, so...
Courier has been slain.
With 2 slows on the other team.
Yeah. I will say,
One of those
this Timber's
slows
not
is
getting
also
last hits now,
stun.
but he will, I think, hit a point where he's just Timber sawing this lane. But this Shaman's having a quality bad time. I think you do need to be a little bit concerned, because I don't think this Night Stalker really cares about this lane. He's actually kind of winning pretty hard, just sheer base damage alone.
Killing spree.
And, no, Shaman! I look away and you're dead again!
If they keep mana out on the safe lane, the shaman will die on repeat.
Yeah. I honestly don't. I think all you do is just, you have to position so far back, and I feel like you might as well just, like,
And go back
Go
to the
elsewhere.
safe lane.
but honestly, it's about to hit nighttime, and then you're just food for Night Stalker too. Like, it's just a hard game to play Shaman.
You're gonna gank Drow with your Medusa.
This is call you go
To be
and
fair-
stack, and you tell your Medusa
Yeah.
that you're standing next to it to get your levels.
Dusa going for the full magic wand in this lane, I think is interesting.
He has the stick, so it's Harrison syndrome. Must complete item.
Remember, this is being cast. We don't want to flame too hard.
I'm flaming.
Oh, that is a pretty important deny there. The drow. Opting for the glove of haste. First component.
Midas.
It is now nighttime. Night Stalker has no mana, but is the beef. I don't think he cares this much. This is annoying, but I would love to see this Night Stalker ferry out some mana regen of some sort, like a Clarity or a Mango or two. And he has boots now, so he can run down any. If Wind Ranger uses her Wind Run, although maxing out the Wind Run.
Okay, also, to go back on that, Magic Wand is pretty fucking value on Dusa, because you get mana.
Oh, yeah, I get
back.
it.
Like, they make...
It's just not something I would personally be building this early, just for the fact that you're not. You'll get, what, maybe every creep wave, you might get a multi-shot proc if Drow's in range. Drows, be careful here. If she gets,
yeah.
like that.
God.
She's got
I
the
did
bounces.
not think there would be a kill in this lane.
I think only Medusa can get the kill here, because this, I will say, Mystic Snake, I understand how the skill is supposed to work, but whenever I play Medusa, it doesn't bounce like that.
Whenever I play against it, I get hit for max damage.
Yeah.
Every
Is Shaman dead? No, Shaman will live this time. Look at that, I almost caught action happening on the map. Tusk does appear to be rotating mid. I don't know if it's just securing runes. It's Invis rune top, but I don't think either one of these heroes cares about this rune. It's pretty rare nowadays you get a lane matchup mid that both heroes just couldn't care less about the rune.
Yeah.
Is our friend dead? I do believe so. Well, if you had told me that there would be 2 kills on a Medusa, oh, actually, I guess Medusa didn't get that kill, but
Now this Tusk is gonna get the invis and go find another kill.
that is probably a pretty good call. I will say this is a hard lane to get kills, although Phantom Jellybean has no mana, so doesn't really contribute that much directly.
Pull gets off. He's walking.
I feel like you want to put some pressure on this Wind Ranger right now, because she's, if you coordinate it well.
Alone, and it's nighttime, yeah. And they're gonna go for the raid.
Palm is mid, so there's nothing to catch, and the Wraith King will just go down.
Hello, I am.
Oh, we get some
Salvager
Lacoste voice
lanes.
lines.
Yeah.
These are some, these are vintage voice lines from last year that everyone bought. Don't worry though, Phantom Jellybean's getting 15 agility from sitting mid. Deuce, I guess, got wounded pretty hard there, but that's a hard kill to get. So Night Stalker is farming up a storm, and this Wind Ranger's not getting much out of it. But at the same time, it still is nighttime. So I missed it again. Drow gets caught off. I'm guessing
Drow is getting rolled. This Medusa is gonna be a big problem.
they don't really have a great answer for Medusa this game. I think like
Drow.
Jakiro attack speed slow is good.
Yeah. It's Drow by
Yeah.
But it's really
Which
just
is-
a Drow, because Night Stalker's not doing anything Medusa. I think it's actually one of Night Stalker's, like...
I don't know, like, it's very easy for Jakiro to dump every spell he has on a Medusa, like, that bitch is moving.
Yeah. No, it's like, I think it's okay for Jakiro, and Drow can make it work.
Alright. Tom got the kill. Would have been nice for the Drow to get something.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh,
dude, look at
that's
that damage.
so much damage. Someone do the math for
Why?
me at what, like, the last bounce does. Or just look at the wiki. I know it's a lot. Is that in range? It is in range. I also just missed a Timbersaw die. Timbersaw died to a neutral creep. And there's also an occult bracelet here.
Get it, Tom. Get it,
Tom!
Tom. Use your
Tom!
eyeballs. Tom.
Oh no. That's such a good item too.
Oh, does Wraith King get it?
Wraith King has it.
Wraith King got it. Easy.
Yep. That's not his, but he has it. I still don't understand why neutral items can, like, why don't they just instantly go to your backpack unless you don't, unless you
Because
can't.
I like could steal them.
Most skilled.
Killing spree.
Like,
I just
the
like
only
that there's a
time-
chance that you can take them.
the only time it really matters for me is when I'm playing like Spirit
I died
Breaker.
again mid. Tuska's just camping. This
I mean,
guy's gotta be so token.
Getting rewarded for it, so going for the face
Yeah.
boots on the Pods 5 Tusk.
I know. He should just like leave. Send, I don't know, Jakiro to hold me. Yeah.
I think he just abandoned.
Well, speaking of having a bad time, the Shaman is also still having a bad time. So both,
Those bad times a little bit more important than the other, though.
so Drow's dying a lot, Wind Ranger's not getting any farm, and everyone else is getting everything their heart desires. Drow is rotated to bottom side, and it looks like they're just going to push for this tower. Lion's like a creep wave or two, probably 2 creep waves with 3 people hanging around from level 6. This Wraith King probably can't just exist up top, and is saving a skill point, so can skill the ult if needed. Has plenty of wand charges. Drow is not Drow. This Wind Ranger's playing a bit spicy down here. I think not having anyone behind her with a Night Stalker's ultimate hanging out is asking for trouble. But
Yeah, I think next wave they should dive her.
but we are going top. I actually don't mind this rotation at all. You may be able to get this
he
Timber
might not
too.
die.
He doesn't have armor stacks.
A big ice path. Do you see the pump fake that Tom had?
I did.
He's gonna miss. It doesn't matter.
I think this Tusk is
Tusk
dead.
can die.
Tom!
Fairy fired? Does he have any mana on Tom?
Oh, fuck that courier. Actually, that's a value courier to kill. Helm Iron Will?
Yeah.
Is that the whole? That's not the whole armlet, but that he has armlet gold and like a couple creeps, so that is pretty impactful. Though in the end, I don't know if that was worth the Night Stalker ult because like that was just as soon as it turned day, so this hero is going to be a creep for another minute and a half. But this Wind Ranger is still like way down on the last hit chart here. Let me go net worth. Yeah, this wind is honestly this Timber is a lot more poor than I thought he would be too. Also, so is Drow.
Yeah.
He just been
I mean,
soaking,
the
he
fact that
doesn't-
Drow is right next to Wind is a pretty bad. That's shocking to me. This bitch has died 4 times on Drow.
Medusa is clicking creeps, quite content.
There is little hope for Radiant's middle tower.
Surprised they didn't choose to farm that, but I guess they want the creep wave here. It's probably more efficient. I'm not a carry player. That would have bounced to me if I was this Drow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I lost half my HP. Finally gets
Hence
a
my
stroke of
mind.
luck there.
opting for the Dragon Lance, pretty standard. This Wind Ranger's approaching. Well, has a javelin and going back to the phase boots now. They just have 3 heroes hovering here, and this Wind Ranger's not getting much, but they're also like
I mean,
not
yeah,
forcing her
there's a
out
kill
either.
here. Oh, they have finger. There might be a
Yeah, I
kill.
have finger backer pyre with this arcane
I
ring. If
think
you can
Tom
use
and
this,
this line can kill. Just
yeah, I think the 2 of them
They're
alone can
not
kill this
gonna-
Wind.
well,
I think
they
he's getting the hell out of dodge.
to their hand.
Timber saw us playing the video game.
Yep.
He's
Opting for
doing
level.
timber things.
I don't know the math with current reactive armor. Like, if at 4 it starts like you just it's not worth skilling up more. Or not, but I've seen a lot of people leave it at 3. Probably.
I've seen people only go 1 or 2 depending on the line. Like this guy's not very threatened, right? You just gank him with 3 heroes and a Night Stalker. Also.
Yeah, if he has stacks prior to it though, he's unkillable. But like Jakiro's not making you build stacks. Wraith King does with the skellies, I guess. It looks like things are happening bottom. This Lion is in a lot of trouble. This is pretty big Night Stalker with the Wraith King showing up. Gotta pick a target though.
Killing spree.
Wraith King's gonna have to hit his way out. He does have reincarnation up and tons of mana. Probably gonna have to pop it. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna be able to walk away. Actually walk back in.
Going in. That was
Like a
here.
Chad!
This is
This
huge.
Night Stalker hero is putting in work. And the Drow shows up, gets a kill. I helped out her net with a pretty good chunk. And that's Serpent Wards and
Wards can get the tower. That was a
triple
really
kill.
good rotation.
Medusa is pushing mid. I don't know if she got the mid tower in the meantime or was already gone. I wasn't really paying attention. But
I think
Lion's
the
setting
guys
up.
that got
I don't think you can do... Interesting. I haven't seen this skill build in a hot minute. The 1-3-2. Really
I'm
valuing
a
the Hex
big fan
cooldown.
in the second level of mana drain.
Oh yeah, I think level 2 mana drain. I usually go like either a 2/1/2 or a 3/0/2, but not having Hex feels bad. But also not having maxed Earth Spike feels bad.
Blah, blah, blah.
Zest Mass Shaman. What other items do they have? They lost the Occult Bracelet, and I guess the Wind Ranger doesn't want it.
Just want 6 all stats.
It's still 6. It's still what 6 or 7 int. So
At 6 all stats on the big.
true. Just the life. It's one of those that item always feels weird as a support getting your hands on because like woo, lifesteal, really budget lifesteal. But still stats. So pure strength hero, it's health. Int-hero mana. And then I don't play many Agi supports that aren't Nyx Assassin. So took the Frost Arrows damage on the Drow, so these Frost Arrows do decent amount of damage. Is that applied already? I don't think it. No, it's definitely not applied. So that's that applies to the multi-shot. So multi-shot's pretty strong early game damage just from that alone. Wraith King has Armlet and is over halfway to his Deso. This Medusa's pretty strong. I don't know, just with the Manta, this Wraith King I think is. They missed the shards. Oh, he punches the creep too. The armlet toggles. Going back in. I appreciate this from the Wraith King, but this is a hard thing to do. Although it's going to work out, I think, for him.
Does he have ults? He doesn't.
He does not.
Doesn't
He's
matter.
fine.
He's
He's
gonna
a
die.
gamer.
Yeah, he baited the shit out of
Killing
her.
spree.
Night Stalker should finish this. Easy.
Well played by the Wraith King thing. And a big Ice Path coming out.
That was some Chad energy.
The Drow does
Usually
go
when your Wraith
down.
King goes in without
But there's
ults
no
and
Stone
it's
Gaze. This
Chad, it's
low
very
Medusa mana. This Wraith, I appreciate how this Wraith King plays Dota. This man is a man.
I guess. Thanks for playing Dota 2. Doubles. Mega.
200 health? Time to fight.
Oh,
Just don't die to a
Night
creep
Stalker's
now.
also huge.
Yeah, this Echo Saber is Echo Saber, especially with Lancer Pursuit, because if you try running away now, boom, 30 more damage. This item is crazy under just a couple heroes. Like I think Night Stalker is one of them because you can't just turn and fight in Crippling Fear. You have to try to get away from him. This is maxed out Hex. It's a long Hex.
I
How
think
long
they should
till
have.
reincarn?
Reincarnate's up.
You can probably
He's
push
level
the
2 now
tower
with
if
it
they
too.
want to.
He's close to Deso too. Now.
Shaman doesn't have wards, and you don't have Night Stalker ult, but it's still nighttime for a good while though. So I like the smoke up. I don't know where they're going with it though.
Yeah, no, it's.
They're circling. They're circling.
if
Tom's
they
circling
circle over
triangle.
to mid, it's very good.
What is this?
Oh, they're gonna if they go on the Wraith. Oh, that's too bad.
Is in danger.
No, I don't think that. I think this is just becoming a warding mission now. This Drow is a bit in no man's land right now.
Yeah.
As a force staff, actually, just rushing the pike.
Little hope for Dire's middle tower.
Usually not a fan, but against Tusk, I feel like you will just be dying without it. This is a really
This is
brave
a
spot to be standing.
Spooky place to be, yeah.
Oh? Running away into the trees isn't going to pay out too well, but this Night Stalker is going to come and beat ass. Pops the ult for it even.
They're unstoppable.
I think Night Stalker might, if someone else shows up, no one else is. It looks like they're just going to collapse in the mid tower. This Night Stalker's doing a lot of damage just on his own. Only 10 stacks. Tom walks over, big ice path. I think this is... Timber's just going to go down, I think. He is. And I hear a lot of stuff going on mid. That's a Stone Gaze, and they also kill...
26. Oh, that's tough. He would have been fine.
Oh, it doesn't toggle well for the... But this... Night Stalker ulti's fading, and it will be daytime here in a minute, so I think you just farm these wards and get out. Although, there is Finger. Finger's available.
She's out of mana.
I think if we... This Wraith, the Wraith King ult being wasted there is such a big deal, actually. We're not going to be able to catch this
King
Night Stalker, he's
doesn't
too fast.
Lose his ult there, then I think that's easy.
So this Wind Ranger is going back for the Maelstrom now. Phase boost Maelstrom, so we'll do a lot of damage, but isn't going to have a BKB or any defensive item for a long time, so I think can get messed up by this lion.
Yeah. And Night Stalker.
Yeah.
She is us.
Night Stalker sometimes can be hard just because if she gets the wind run off first, but
Or just focus fires you.
yeah. If she pushes her 2 buttons beforehand, it doesn't matter.
Stalker plus any support, she's dead every time.
True. This Drow is once again pushed out pretty far. It's just the Medusa here at the moment. Medusa going back for the Scotty now. Pretty standard. That's because of Orbic Erosion. Shaman is a Void Stone away from completing a Aether Lens, assuming that you disassemble.
No, he already has the energy booster.
Oh, never mind. Double energy booster, gang.
Damn.
Yeah. Drow going back for a Manta, so we really just have 3 pause 1s in this game. And a Wind Ranger.
Dude, you ever commit to a build before you don't have a skill, Matt? And then you're just sitting there waiting, like, oh, I'll scale really well.
Oh, we have a Night Stalker ult on top of the Medusa. Big Ice Path, only going to land on 2, but this is a little dicey. Shaman is going to go down, and big Earth Spike coming out.
Died. There's a Wraith.
There's I say, where's the Wraith King?
Ooh, she got down to the low ground.
Oh, that was a huge multi-shot from Tyrant. I do think our Night Stalker friend needs to eat a snack and run away.
Step 1 was completed. Let's see how step 2 goes.
I think now he can just turn. Yeah, they don't... This driver needs to be very careful. Tragic.
Oh, Tom's back.
They dropped the Serpent Wards. There's no creeps around this tower, so... I think they need to draw their attention to one hero or the other. But Medusa's quickly running out of mana from this mana drain. But it's still daytime Night Stalker, and the Wraith King is still hanging out bottom. So this is no mana on the Timber now, and he doesn't have stacks.
And I think that's actually pretty fucking good. I like that. This Deuce has nothing.
But the Wind Ranger's back in the fight.
Here. They got baited.
I say this is just, they don't have, daytime Night Stalker just doesn't have the damage output to be able to do this. And now I think Tom's also dead. Yeah, and the Hex coming out. So that's going to just be 3 heroes for... If Wraith King gets this tower, it maybe is okay. But, I mean, not okay. At least you get a redeem. You redeem something out of him. He's definitely going to get it.
And very induced, so like 2 bait heroes.
Radiant's bottom tower is no more.
Guard needs to be careful here, because his Tusk gets on top of it. This is a Shards, and does have the Hurricane Pike. So, does get at least 1 time to get away. This Wraith King is... I'm honestly surprised that Medusa's as big as she is with how much she's been fighting. I know she had a great start, obviously, but this Wraith King's just been AFK hitting creeps and towers for a while. This Shaman almost just straight up died. If we get an Ice Path, it does just straight up die.
Oops.
Ember Port's bottom, so if they can actually possibly smoke out here, they do. I like this a lot. They have ult on Night Stalker. They have Blink on Night Stalker. He's going for a Basher next, no, opting off for a BKB. You probably want better than this Tusk if you can, but big stun.
And the Tusk is nice.
You get the Tusk. If this Wind Ranger's not care, you have to blink. Oh, actually could have maybe had it if they did a little earlier, but that's a hard read to make. Opting for the Dark Ascension damage, I like it. I hope you take the Dark Ascension damage duration. I also take that damage too, because I like that skill. Get 185 bonus damage when you pop your ultimate. Wind Ranger going back for the BKB now. Oh, that Shackle connects. This could be bad. Oh, he's hasted. Never mind. So,
Alright.
what am I talking about?
Everything is fine.
Casual stroll through the river.
Wraith King has a Reaver.
Damn.
What is
He
this
had
a
halberd
heart?
queued up. and
It
then
still
he
has the
bought a
halberd queued
Reaver.
up. But what is this?
I don't know.
Is this
I mean, going O-Blink would be cool. I would like that.
Yeah, but I think you want the blink first, don't you?
Yeah, no, of course. But
But
maybe
option
he
back for
looked
the
out-
heart
Maybe
instead.
sometimes you walk by the secret shop, 3,000 gold, and you buy a Reaver.
Yeah, Al has the heart queued up and actually has the money for it. So he has some armor with
would
the
become beef.
has some armor. Will have pretty meaty crits just from the raw bonus damage from all that strength. What is 45? But it will be very difficult to kill. However, Timbersaw spin still does a lot. Lion hexing himself. You hate to see it.
Hey, sometimes
Wraith King
you
stunning
just
himself?
do it 'cause you have.
Yeah, you have to.
Kill him.
Oh,
Think he's
oh,
still
there we go. Finger coming out. Medusa is pushing up the top though, and does have the Scotty finish, and also was lucky enough to get their hands on a Grove bow. Medusa is now also going back for the Hurricane Pike. With the wards down and the Medusa on the high ground, you have to react to this.
They got Osrax. They're just brute forcing with Medusa.
Medusa,
Oh,
Serpent
not
wards.
bad play. They were not ready for
They're-
this at all.
Good Ice Path coming out. I think this Tusk is just incredibly dead.
Tusk
They may
should
still
die,
lose a full
but-
loan of racks, so if they're not
Yeah.
careful. They may be able to catch more. Big Earth Spike. Oh, because we have the Eye of the Vizier too. Oh, cancels the TP. Night Stalkers be very cautious though. They're not committing. They have Focus Fire, but it still is a 2v5 or 2v4. Wraith King is still bottom, by the way.
I can hit buildings too.
Well, this Wind Ranger appears to just be dead.
Killing spree.
Got some help out from the ogres.
How much does this Wraith King crit for now? I want to see. 850. Now, it may take forever, but I think this Medusa is dead. Tusk coming in.
A dominating performance.
Tusk, we'll end up walking into the Ice Shards.
This
Where? Just kill this Tusk. You have a Void. Still nighttime. Yeah, Tusk is dead.
Mega kill.
So,
Kill.
that was
Ownage.
good.
also, Wraith
That's
King
awesome.
Wraith King just walked up and probably 2-hit the poor Shaman.
Stun, whack, whack.
Bonk! Yeah. So, he crits for 800 damage. Roughly.
How much health does
1,000.
our boy have? Yeah, so I think
1,000, and when Wraith
Stun,
King hits,
bonk,
you
bonk.
have what? 2 armor? It's -6. So 3 armor. Not a lot. Timbersaw's aware this is happening, but it's in his Night Stalker, and Night Stalker does have the full basher complete. What has coming on Courier? A TP. I feel like you don't need to really be scared of almost anything right now as this Wraith King.
good deuce.
Like, as long as you're not completely alone on the other side of the map while the enemy team is hitting you, I think you're fine. Enchanted Quiver would be funny to hold on to. I don't think it's better for you, but it is.
It is funny.
Wind Ranger is a recipe off from BKB, but maybe saving for buyback.
No,
Nope.
it appears
Is now a
they're
recipe
not.
off for BKB. Drow did pick up the shard, which I'm glad to see. Because it's 70% regen reduction, which against this Timbersaw, who can be getting 30 something up, close
Also
to
just
40
helps
regen.
you farm faster.
It does. So, with a tag team, this is going to go down pretty quick. Is they going to be able to reaction time? I think they're aware.
They are
But-
coming.
This Shaman is incredibly dead.
Ownage.
Don't gaze. Huge Ice Path!
Oh, let's go, Tom.
They're still going to get the Aegis. But that Stone Gaze down. This is Drow Rangers dishing out so much damage, and they're pretty much just ignoring the Medusa. And now Medusa has no mana. And the finger to boot. Now, how quickly does Medusa die here? Oh, they actually even react to the Tusk. That's a really good... I like that play from the Night Stalker a lot. I don't think Tusk could necessarily do much about it, but that stops any possibility of some crazy weird play. Well, I think XOB just won this game if they coordinate this well. Because 14k up, obviously, you can throw an advantage, but that's a pretty commanding lead from that fight. This Drow Ranger is...
Alright, yeah, 2-0.
Yeah.
Medusa got the rose, but they killed her twice.
Yeah, so this... I don't know how you deal with this Wraith King. Going to have AC up pretty soon. This Drow Ranger's turning into a pretty strong threat. Just multi-shot alone, pretty much.
He still dies to Timber if he can do damage to him, I think.
Well, I think we're
that's
just
the
going to
only
click these...
copium I can give.
These wards are just going to go down pretty fast. So that's going to be Serpent Wards down for not really much particular gain. Just delaying the push for a few moments. But they still have a siege.
Oh. Fine. I'll hit the last ward if you're going to glyph.
Yeah, but Jakiro Wraith King. Pretty solid way to take all your buildings. I think this... Yeah, Drow just 3 shots the Shaman.
When will he learn? He can't stand anywhere near this Drow.
So Wraith King still has the 2 lives. And does not appear to really care that much. I don't think you want to be fighting the Medusa. I think you want to fight everyone else.
That was a hell of a shackle.
Big Ice Path, but they're all actually going to connect on the Medusa. Timber jumps in at the last minute. My man needs a snack! He's hungry! This Wraith King doesn't have another life. So I think he's just dead. Can they get anything else out of this? I feel like this Drow has to play so cautious about this Tusk. But also might just be able to turn and kill the Tusk. If we get a silence, yeah, the Tusk is dead. Meanwhile, we're still going to lose more supports. But Tusk going down, so it's still going to be a 3 for 3. And yeah, that is a dieback on the Shadow Shaman.
There's a little...
Double bounty root!
Oh no!
The Rat's advantage is still in the favor of the Mittenses. Drow has the money for the pike and chooses to opt for the full pike as soon as I call it. I'm very good at calling out item or buyback and do immediate item purchase. Drow Ranger, I believe, just bought out for a Daedalus. So if you get on top of her, she is dead. If she is able to click, you are dead.
Buybacks are for bitches.
Yeah, I'm... What is the general buyback status? We have 3 buybacks. 2 on cooldown, and everyone else doesn't have money.
One of them is on the hero that comes back to life.
Yeah, it's funny that Wraith King is one of the only heroes who's saved for buyback currently. Is he saving for anything particular? He could just buy the AC. I think that's honestly worth it on the Wraith King. You do always have to keep in mind that this top wave is just a little fucked. He's a big boy.
He's a thick boy.
But this Medusa still is a threat. Like, she's not killing you quickly, but 200 damage every click, and she's getting off 2 a second. This Timber needs to be cautious. I know it obviously has a lot of armor, but I do like the itemization coming out from the Timber this game against this Drow. I think against Wraith King Drow, you can't have too much armor. Like, this Wraith King is on an island. He is completely alone. No BKB. No friends. No ultimate. And no magic.
Fire is also a good counter to Wraith King that we forgot about.
Yeah, because I don't know why this is a buff on Wind Ranger and not a debuff on you. But it is.
It's like one of the best Aegis.
Also, I didn't realize that this Wind Ranger is level 16.
I mean,
That's
she's been
rather
poverty
low.
mode
She
all
is
game.
she is so poor.
She
She
has,
has
a
no
BKB,
levels, and she can
go
still just
in
kill
and
people.
kill one person. Yep.
I mean, if that's her role,
Hopefully it's an
you can do it.
important one.
If it's an important one, they can win fights.
So this drow is very much so killable.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have BKBs on.
Yeah, there's
Fire.
a BKB on the Night Stalker, a fresh one.
Game's always throwable if you're skipping BKB.
Super Ward's down. Is this going to be another lane of racks? I will say this drow does just chunk through this Medusa. Huge wraparound ice path and the macro pyre drow. Medusa's just dead. Just straight up. This Tusk can't fight into this. We have BKB. Everyone's just dying. That's all without the Wraith King even.
Oh,
The
we got
wraparound
the-
ice path. We even got more.
Yeah.
Get some BKB pops. We'll have blink up in 8 seconds.
Have vision. This guy should die.
Yeah, he's just dead.
They're unstoppable. Double
All
kill.
right. Well,
Casual 4 for your range tracks. I think you'll take that. I think you just march that right back down, take this, and you can probably get more. Because
I mean, they'll buy back, right? Husk's gonna be up. There's gonna be a fight.
yeah, there'll still be one more fight. The double Aether Lens. We have 2 Aether Lens and an Eye of the Vizier on the Shadow Shaman. That looks kind of cool. I don't think that's an efficient item.
No,
Uh,
because you only get the
well-
cast range once, correct?
I think, yeah, you cast range
for
items
sure,
don't
right,
stay.
yeah. Yeah.
I think you just... This is a dangerous fight to be taking. Palms is dead immediately. The Wraith King is kicking down, although they do just murder the Wind Ranger. And I believe the Shaman is just dead as well. So they're doing a good job of picking off the easy-to-kill heroes. Husk going down. It is now just the 2 quote-unquote raid bosses left. They're both silenced. Medusa's running out of mana rather quickly, and this Timber Saw is not moving. I'm pretty sure that is just game. Hero can get back to this fight. Will they guys go for the game now? I think they will. And this is going to be a miracle hold for Medusa.
She doesn't
Hasn't
have
had
enough damage.
Yeah.
Your hero does no damage.
Oh, and
Yeah, and this dry
it's
ring
really hard to do
chunking.
damage when you're dead.
Yeah,
That's
29,
true.
29 armor doesn't help you too much against marksmanship.
Thanks, Jack.
High tier analysis.
Well,
I know. I like to contribute.
XOB made that a little bit more challenging than I think it needed to be after they won that one fight, but they ended up winning a couple strong back-to-back fights. Take it in pretty commanding fashion at the end of the day. I'm probably going to go ahead and kill the stream. I hope you all appreciated the bootleg. Half my party is watching another or playing another game while they're still commentating with me. Yeah.
Is your game already over?
Right now.